Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Listen, it's been a minute since we have been on Thursday Thoughts, but I'm so glad to be here with y'all. So we're gonna give it some time, give some people some opportunity to come on in the room. It's been a while. So happy New Year's, everybody. We trying to kick it off by just, hey, jumping right into the new year. So I hope everybody has had a blessed and wonderful holiday season. For me, I've had a great time. If you've seen some of my posts and you've seen, I've had my mom with me for a few weeks, and she is a die-hard Lions fan. She's a die-hard Detroit Lions fan. And I had the pleasure of taking her to a Lions game. When I tell you my mom had the best time, y'all, the best time. So that was fun. And then my granddaughter, her name is Akari. She's the first girl. I have three boys. I have three sons, and I have one baby girl. So I'm really excited. She came over for the holiday. She is so cute, y'all. Um, Her parents named her Bean, so Bean is my heart. Love, love Bean. So you'll be seeing some pictures of Bean real soon. But listen, how have you all been doing? I mean, really doing, because sometimes the holiday season isn't as cheerful or as happy for some. So I just want to take this time to say, for those of you who may be struggling at this time, definitely sending out prayers to you for comfort and for compassion, because definitely it can be trying. But listen, as we are kicking off this new year, there is so much going on that I want to share with you all. First, we have Sister Self Care Sunday. That's every first and third Sunday of every month. It's at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we stream it. My co partner and I, which is Denise and I, we stream it live at 7 p.m. So this coming Sunday, we have Sister Self Care Sunday, and the topic for this Sunday is, let me see, New Year, New You. We're talking setting goals. And that's so befitting for this time of year, right? Because most of the time when you're coming out of one year, you start reflecting. You start thinking like, okay, what did I accomplish this year? What do I want to accomplish next year? But more importantly than that, I want to ask you all not just to think about goals at work for your career, but how do you want to live your life? In 2025, how do you want to live your life? Do you just want to make it, or do you want to thrive? Do you really want to thrive? So let's think about that. Because it occurred to me, and I've heard numerous people say this, numerous successful people say this, that the big difference between those who succeed and those who don't is because those who don't, oftentimes, they don't say what it is they want. They don't name what it is they really want. And then after you name what you really want, you can speak what you really want. It's doing the work to get what you really want. Sometimes, and I've been guilty of this too. You see somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, they got it going on, this, that, and the third. But that person done put in some work. They didn't just flick a light switch up and miraculously they got all the things, right? They put the work in. And if you put the work in, you can have that too. And that's what I want for everyone this year, myself included. I want us to thrive. Not thrive according to other people's definition of happiness, but according to what makes you happy, what gives you joy. For me, I love helping people. Ever since I was little, y'all, I've been helping people. I can remember I would create plays about motivational things, and me and my little girlfriends, we would act the plays out about helping people. You know, I've always been the one that if it was kids that was talking about other kids that was less fortunate, and listen, I was less fortunate but didn't realize it. But if I saw other kids, picking on other kids, I was the one that was like, don't do that. Like, that's not cool. And I always wanted people to feel like they mattered. Because truthfully, I've been in places in my past where I felt like, spaces in my life where I felt like, you know what? I didn't matter. I didn't feel like I was enough. I belonged in the space that I was occupying. But through work, putting the work in, when you realize you belong in any space that you occupy, any and every space you occupy, you belong in there. You belong there. And so this year, I want us to really think about, y'all, what you want for your life. Really envision it. Envision it for yourself. Because every day we're here, we're given a gift that everyone don't get. Everyone don't get that gift of today. So now that we have it, what are we going to do with it? Let's not waste our time. I don't want us wasting our time. I want us to maximize our time and to get what we want, because we can have it. But it goes back to the story of the Wizard of Oz, right? In the Wizard of Oz, everybody had the very thing that they were looking for. Courage, a brain, a heart, home. Everybody had it within them the whole time. And so we're the same way. Your truest desires that you have in your heart, you can bring them to life. So how are we going to do that? Well, the first thing you need to do is to really focus your time. Take some time. Sit with yourself, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Start off at 10 minutes if you feel like that's too intense for you. And just sit down, have some paper. Or if you like the recorder, you can use your phone and a memo app in your phone. And just start talking. Close your eyes and really take a deep breath. Exhale out. And then just start thinking about things that make you happy, things that give you joy, things that make you smile, that light you up from the inside out. That's what I want you to focus on, right? Because we'll dedicate so much of our lives to work, right? Some of us are very effective at work. Organizing, planning, setting goals, implementing projects, meeting milestones, coming in under budget, all the things that leads to a successful career, right? We will do that. But then in our personal lives, in the space that we are supposed to be living and thriving, we don't do that. We don't pour that energy. We don't invest in ourselves. So this year, we're investing in ourselves. We're believing in ourselves. We're putting in work for ourselves. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things coming up. The next thing, we talked about Sister Self-Care Sunday, which is this coming Sunday. Tune in. Again, New Year, New You. We're going to be talking about goal setting, Denise and I. But then on January 12th, which is the second Sunday of the month, we're hosting a free vision board workshop. Last year's workshop was such a hit. It was such a phenomenal hit that we brought it back this year because it was so incredible and freeing for the women to get together and to really start vocalizing what it is they really want. Breaking through some of the barriers in our belief systems of what we can and can't have. Getting rid of the limited mindset that prevents us from enjoying life the way we really are meant to enjoy it. So that's January 12th. You don't want to miss it. Listen, it's fun. It's not like a workshop where you're sitting there, and this is an interactive thing. We're really getting everybody involved. And in the workshop, you're actually going to be creating your vision boards. Now, last year we had folks who created vision boards out of words. Their boards were strictly just words. Then we had some people that did more of a digital vision board. They were on Canva and building their boards right there on Canva, which was really cool. And then you had the old-fashioned folks like me. I like to touch, feel, put stuff together right here. So we had, whether it's a picture frame or you have, cardboard or, any of those artistic things, put together your vision. The key is to be able to visualize what you want for yourself. Because when you can name what you want, you can get what you want. But if you can't name it, you can't get it. So being able to identify that. So we're going to be identifying it. We're going to be having a good time. And you're going to be around other women who want the same thing. They want to be able to manifest the life that they so desire. So the next thing, like what else is going on? And if you want to sign up for that, click the link. If you're on Instagram, click the link in the bio. If you're on Facebook, you can DM me. If you go to my profile on Facebook, I believe the link is there. We have the actual event pinned to the top of the page, and you can go right there and click the link right there in the post. Again, for those on Instagram, go to my bio, click the link, register. Again, it's totally free. It's going to be so fun, y'all. So fun. It starts at 7 p.m. So don't miss it. The other thing that we're doing this year, we've kicked off a newsletter. The newsletter is packed with all types of gems. Again, prior to you, we're focusing on, of course, we want you to be successful in your careers. For those of you who may not know this, I have been in leadership for, Lord, nearly 30 years. Nearly 30 years. And so I've taken all the lessons that I've learned, all my experience of leading high-performing teams, very cohesive teams, and high-performing, to give that and support other women in leadership. But more than just helping you cultivate those leadership skills, I remind women of how to live their life to the fullest, how to stop neglecting themselves and focusing too much on the career and not enough on the person, because you are not your title at all. And it's so important that you focus on you as a person. Because when you're happier as a person, you operate at a much higher level as a leader. You're more empathetic. You communicate better. You have a better sense of emotional intelligence. You're able to motivate and inspire your team more, to build trust and to foster greater collaborations when you yourself as an individual are healthier within in your being, and you're happier with being you, because confident leaders and competent leaders are the best leaders, right? And so some other things with the newsletter, we're definitely going to be having leadership insights with every issue, leadership insights. We're also going to be giving you information on self-care, because y'all don't care for yourselves enough. So the newsletter is giving you a monthly dose of friendly reminders, insights, and tips on how you can incorporate self-care techniques. Each month it's something different, so that you can find one way or another to work in caring for yourself, right? And then every issue we have a personal or professional development. There's some type of development strategy that's being brought to you. That's just, again, another way of investing and pouring into the quality of life and the person that you want to be. Person that deserve that attention. You know what I'm saying? So with the newsletter, you also get we have a private Facebook group that we kicked off for the newsletter group, because oftentimes when we have the newsletter, I would get, folks emailing me to have some discussion or questions. And I figure, okay, let's put this in a Facebook group where we can discuss some of the issues that we're encountering as women in leadership, whether it's dealing with the more personal side of us as individuals, or if it's some tactical things as being a leader you might have to address. For example, you know, we just wrapped up our reviews end of year, right? And let's face it, not everybody may not have been a superstar on your team. How do you transform low performers, either improving their skills, or how do you help them move on to a different career or opportunity, right? So we get into nuts and bolts, because let's face it, we can spend all day talking about how you can be a dynamic leader. But even being a dynamic leader and an incredible individual, you're still going to encounter some people that may be challenging. And no matter how good you are, guess what? They still may not want to step up. So we have techniques and strategies to help you in those difficult situations as well. So we want to hear from you on that. So, as I said, this Thursday Thoughts is really just me touching base with you all, saying how much I missed you and how much I want to see you all win. I really, really do. And so let's kick the year off winning with a vision of what we want for ourselves. And to get that, you need to click the link in the bio and join me on January 12th. And also, if you want a monthly dose of inspiration and sisterhood, you want to sign up for our Priority You newsletter. It is a monthly newsletter. And listen, we give you the meat and potatoes of it. There's no fluff in the articles that's written, because let's face it, I know that we're all busy. So I try to give it to you straight, no chaser, but with love. All right. So I hope again your new year is starting off fabulous. I want to send you all out of here with nothing but love and best wishes and many blessings to you and yours. And until next time, take care. Have a good one, y'all.